Hey guys, it's Mike Knight back with another channel. Some of you have been asking for this for a while, so I decided to make the video on how I made this new Alfred featured in the Ghost Engine Origins Part 1 and 2. You can go see that short on my those shorts on my channel if you would like to. Originally, I made Alfred along with my Croven, and they were both painted with a they're both painted with a gloss deep blue. Now, might be asking, why did I want to redo Alfred? I'll get into that in a minute. Yeah, when these two were first made and Alfred was painted blue, I added extra detailing not too long, like during spring break. I gave Corvin's Cinder black lining and Alfred white lining when he was painted in the gloss deep blue. But I didn't like how the blue went with the white. It didn't look good. So I decided to just completely redo him. So by using a hunter green spray paint can, I set to work spray painting the whole body and the whole tender in the green, painting over the colode and the cab, and you'll see why I did that in a minute. Now let's talk about the wheels. So we'll start on the tender. The wheels on the tender, you can see they have the rim white and the lining on it white. And they came out a lot better on the tender than on the actual engine motor. Because of course the side rod, the front wheel, the axle was highly in the way. So it looks very sloppy. And it looks worse on the back wheel in my opinion. You know, some of the white from this white paint marker mixed in with the green, because I don't know if I made a mistake, but the paint wasn't fully dry, but it didn't come off my hand when I picked it up. So yeah, I don't feel like redoing those because those are hard to do, and I don't feel like spray painting them again and putting tape around this thing again. Now on to the tender. I spray painted the whole thing green and then used my black Craft Smart and my white Craft Smart paint markers for the detailing. I used a black paint marker to, of course, color the colode black and this black edge here on the tender. I painted that black. And the walls on the inside of the tender. I used the white paint marker for the lining details on the tender. Now, I actually had to use a red paint marker to paint a red Craft Smart paint marker to paint over his tender's buffer beam, because originally the buffer beam had a bunch of scratches, and I just decided, you know what, I'll just redo it. So I had to use this red paint marker to recolor the buffer beam, and then come with the black paint marker to color in the buffers. And it turned out pretty good in my opinion. Some might argue the red's a bit too bright, but I don't care if that looks good enough to me. Now on to Alfred. He was very hard. Similar with the tender, I used the red paint marker to color in the buffer beam, and then used the black paint marker to color in the buffers and the coupling. The black paint marker was also used to color over the cab. The reason I spray painted the whole thing green and then used the black paint marker to color in the cab was because that way it was a lot easier to do that instead of just putting tape over it. And instead of going with like a white running board, I went with a black one. Because, I mean, yeah, in real life, the B12s, the LNER B12s did have a white running board, but I wanted my Alfred to be a bit different. Using the black paint marker, I colored in the running board, and part of like the wheel arches black too, which was intentional. I colored in the cab windows black. And another thing that I do kind of like was I used the white paint marker to color the edges around the cab, and use them for the detailing and lining. Now, as you can see, he has a ghost engine face. Like a week ago or something, I posted a community post saying what face should I give for Alfred, and most people voted for a normal face. However, I was using this liquid chrome mirror effect that my dad gave me. Apparently it made the sidewalls look like they were made out of metal, and I thought, cool, that would make it look more realistic. However, I don't know how it happened, but when I was on the handrail, the smoke box wasn't over the face. The paint marker just started leaking, and it got all over the face, and I was just pretty mad, pretty annoyed. However, I had a lifesaver. I used 100% Axe Tone nail polish remover to get rid of the silver from this paint marker. But it also kind of got rid of the rest of the face. So I just decided to go for Ghost Engine face, similar to my Timothy. So, using the black and red craft smart paint markers, I colored the eyebrows and eyes black, and then used the red paint marker to simulate like blood around it and for its pupils. And the thing I actually did was that I took the nail polish remover, poured it on a plate, and used a paintbrush to paint the face, making the face look like a little wary. I'm not sure what the words to use, but see, like right here, his face seems to be like a smudge between the original color and part of the black. See, it's not showing so well on the camera, but if you see right there, it's like a different color. It's not black, but it's not the original face color. So that's what I did for that. And that was pretty much how I made this new Alfred. And this version is definitely an improvement over the old Alfred. I'm happy with it. And it might bring me the attention to maybe redo my Croven. I'm just kidding. Redoing Alfred was a whole lot of work, and I'm happy with how my Croven looks. Like, I don't really want to change it. So that is how I made this new version of Alfred.